story we're tracking this morning is how the Congress government was forced to clarify in Karnataka that their flagship guarantee scheme will not be axed, even as the party's supremo Mallikarjun Kharge on Diwali publicly pulled up Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar for saying that the popular Shakti program will be revisited. Why did he say that? We'll tell you all about it. But first up, look at what happened when Mallikarjun Kharge had a piece of advice for D.K. Shivakumar.
Guarantee ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು 5 ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ 5 ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು 5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿನಿ ಈಗ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನೀ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಒಂದು ಕೈ ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಓದ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಪೇಪರ್ ನಾವು ಪೇಪರ್ನೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ ಸೊ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಕೇಳಿ
ಪರಿಷ್ಕರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ
ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಹೇಳ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅನುಕರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ 5, 6, 10, 20 ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಇದೆ ಆ ಬಜೆಟ್ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳು ಕೊಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದಿವಾಳಿ ಎದ್ದು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಬಟ್ಟಿ ಮಣ್ಣು ಹಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸಡಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಫೇಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಏನೂ ಇಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೆಸರು ಇಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ ಹೊರತಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಡಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಮತ್ತೆ 10 ವರ್ಷ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ವನವಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ.
Now, guarantees, which has become a fulcrum of the Congress party's campaign in election after election, is facing a sort of a blowback in states where the Congress is in power. Now, let's give you context as to why Mallikarjun Kharge had to pull up D.K. Shivakumar. Now, this entire episode unfolded because D.K. Shivakumar, he made an earlier statement saying that the Karnataka government would review the Shakti scheme, which provides free travel in government buses to women in the state. We listen into what D.K. Shivakumar said, but let's also tell you what Mallikarjun Kharge told D.K. Shivakumar. Mallikarjun Kharge told D.K. Shivakumar, we have promised similar guarantees in Maharashtra, citing the example of Karnataka and Telangana, and now we are learning that the Karnataka government wants to drop one of the schemes. What's happening? Let's listen into what D.K. Shivakumar earlier said.
ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳ ಪ್ರಯಾಣವನ್ನು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ KSRTC ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾವೇನು ಕೇಳಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಬಹಳ ಜನ ನನಗೆ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನೇ ಈ ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ನಾನು ಇಬ್ರು ಸೇರಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು, ಈ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಜನೆಯನ್ನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು. ಬಹಳ ಜನ ನನಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ದೇವ್ರ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಪೇ ಬಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಆದರೂ ನೀವು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ, ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗ ಒಂದು 5% ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು ಆ ರೀತಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಕೆಲವರು ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕವಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವು ರೆಡಿ ಕೊಯ್ತೀವಿ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ, ನಮಗೇನು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಒಟ್ಟೊಳಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹೆಸರು. ಇದನ್ನ ತಾವು ರಾಮಲಿಂಗಾರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಅವರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೌಕರು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿಯವರು IAS ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸು MD ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಡೀಸೆಲ್ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಅವರು.
And on expected lines, the BJP is lashing out at the Congress party. The BJP has a new moniker for the Congress party. The BJP now says, looking at the way things are panning out in the state of Karnataka, Congress now means I need confusion, which is equal to INC.
The government is speaking in double voices. The Chief Minister and the DCM are not on the same page. Shivakumar says they will be reviewing the Shakti scheme. However, the Chief Minister contradicts his own Deputy Chief Minister. there is a total confusion in the government. Due to many scandals which have surfaced, the government has rattled. Siddaramaiah is losing control over the governance.
INC has become not Indian National Congress, but I need confusion. D.K. Shivakumar says that the Shakti Scheme will be reviewed, which means it will be scrapped because obviously the Karnataka financial position has been taken into dire straits by Congress because of the unlimited loot of Muda scam and also because of the kind of freebies they have been giving, which has bankrupted the state. Now they have no money left for development and infrastructure, so they have to increase the prices of water, diesel, petrol, stamp duty and all other taxes. But Mr. Kharge publicly rebukes D.K. Shivakumar and says, no, this scheme will not be reviewed. So has Mr. Siddaramaiah. But there is complete confusion. This confusion shows that Congress is not committed to the guarantees it gives.
Deepak is joining us this morning. Deepak, while the BJP is pushing ahead with its narrative that there is absolute and total chaos and confusion in the Congress party, where Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar are not on the same page, they are not committed towards fulfilling their promises for the people of Karnataka. But take us through the numbers, because these guarantees have been criticized by some leaders of the Congress party itself in the past. When we talk about the Shakti Scheme, where D.K. Shivakumar earlier said that there could be a review, what is the impact on the state exchequer?
Well, as far as Shakti Scheme is concerned, as far as the free electricity and all the other schemes combined, the state government, of course, pumps in over 55,000 crores. And this is not a small amount, because of which, of course, there has been issues for funding for MLAs. We've seen multiple Congress MLAs themselves time and again speak about how the guarantees have really, put the state government in a spot where they're not able to really fund developmental activities. We've seen some of the legislators, we've seen some of the leaders who've been speaking about particular schemes as well, and how, there should be some tweaks or changes that should be.
ಕೆಲವು ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಅವರು ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆದರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಅಂತ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ. ಪಾಪ ವಿರೋಧ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ರಾಜಕಾರಣನೇ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅವರು ಅತ್ತೆ ಸೊಸೆಗೆ ತಂದಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೆ ತಂದಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಏನೇನೋ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಂತೂ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಭಾವನೆ, ಕಿತಾಟ, ಅಪ್ಪ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಜಗಳ. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ.
BJP is to bring in fights within other people, families. This is what they are good at.
ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವೇನು ಅಲ್ಲ ರೀ, ನಾನು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿಂದ ಡೆಪ್ಯೂಟಿ CM ಆಗಿದ್ದರಿಂದ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಘಟನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ಸಂದೇಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೊಬ್ಬ ಹಿರಿಯರಾಗಿ ಅವರು ನಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನವನ್ನು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಏನು ಈ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ವಿಚಾರ ಏನಿದೆ ಕೋರ್ಟದು, ಒಂದೊಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಒಂದೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ವಿಭಿನ್ನ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಇಂಟರ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಲೋಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಅವರು ಮಾರ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ I don't want to speak anything on people who are mad, who has to be hospitalized, whose brain has to be cleared. Mentally they have to get it treated.
Sir, Kharge said on this question, sir, Kharge said on Karnataka guarantee model, it will be repeated in Maharashtra.
So that's the fresh reaction coming in from D.K. Shivakumar. He was speaking to the media there on two issues. One, the criticism around his statement of reviewing the Shakti Scheme, which is part of the Congress government's guarantees in Karnataka, and also a question posed to him on the Waqf controversy, where he accused the BJP leaders who are making these statements of needing treatment. Now let me go back to Deepak. Deepak, for the benefit of our viewers, just translate what D.K. Shivakumar said in response to the criticism he's facing at this point of time when it comes to the guarantees.
Well, that reaction, of course, of Mr. D.K. Shivakumar was not to the guarantees. He was responding to another statement of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, where he had asked for party leaders to stay united, not speak about each other, which could be used by the BJP and the RSS to create differences and problems within the Congress party. So he had, put out that advisory of sorts, in that same meeting where he even spoke about this Shakti scheme. He had told them that, some people enjoy that, things are being spoken about, or something happened to Mr. Sidramaya, or some people enjoy that something happens to Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. So he had asked party leaders and karyakartas to, of course, stay united. Mr. D.K. Shivakumar responding to that and saying that, it is the job of the BJP time and again to try and bring in differences and create problems, and that's what they've been thriving upon.
So D.K. Shivakumar there was responding to another controversy where another statement was made. Now listen into how the BJP is cornering the Congress. They are saying there is ultimate confusion in the Congress party, and this was another statement that D.K. Shivakumar was reacting to. But the guarantee row is only getting bigger. Now listen into how Union Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy slammed the Congress government in Karnataka, where he went on to say that these kind of statements made by D.K. Shivakumar are an indication of the phasing out of guarantee schemes one by one.
ಶಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಜನೆ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರೇ ನನಗೆ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೆಯ ಹಂತ. ಇವರ 5 ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ವೇದಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಸಿದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂದೇಶ ನಿನ್ನೆ ದಿನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು.
Let's go back to Deepak, who continues bringing us all the updates when it comes to this controversy that's unraveling in the state of Karnataka. Now, Deepak, not just Karnataka, this will possibly resonate in the other poll-bound states as well. Because as mentioned by Mallikarjun Kharge, he said the Congress is making promises of guarantees, citing the example of Karnataka and Telangana. And when an impression goes out that in the state of Karnataka itself, there is a rethink on one of the guarantees, it will create doubts in the minds of people. You were telling us about the kind of numbers and the money that the state government pumps in to fulfill the promise of guarantees. Now, what is the larger impact when it comes to this kind of statement made by D.K. Shivakumar on the minds of the people, especially the beneficiaries of the guarantee schemes?
Well, it does, of course, create a little bit of confusion, and more importantly for the Congress party, guarantees is something that they have banked upon quite heavily in the recent past when it comes to elections. They've seen success in Karnataka, they've seen success in Telangana. Of course, there has been a mixed bag of reactions in a couple of other states, but then we are hearing that in Maharashtra very soon, in a convention that's going to be held in Nagpur, they're going to announce guarantees there as well. But they want to right now ensure, considering what has happened in Karnataka with some of their own leaders, of course, talking about problems that they're facing in terms of finances. They want to be very, very accurate in terms of figuring out what the budget of the state is and what guarantees can they actually deliver upon without really bleeding, the state exchequer and putting development on the back foot. Now, and especially when they've already announced a guarantee and, they go to other states and say that, well, we are delivering upon these promises that we made in other states, to have some of the leaders, to top leaders like the Deputy Chief Minister, express some concerns about how the scheme has been functioning and saying that it will be looked into or there will be revision, he says will create confusion not just in the minds of the people who are enjoying the benefits at this point in time in like Karnataka, but also it will make it hard to believe for a voter in Maharashtra to believe that the Congress will actually deliver upon the promises that they're making.
And there's also context to this because we also remember what happened in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Thank you, Deepak, for getting us all those details. That's going to be the top story.